Welcome everybody to Tex-Mex Nerd Feed. My name is Mex, and this might look a little different if you're used to our normal videos. So essentially what happened is Tex and I recorded a video pertaining to potential Batman actors after Ben Affleck stepped down. Well, it ended up being a 56-minute video that we recorded, so after the fact we decided to make it a 3-part series. So this is going to be part 2. This is the category in which we discuss 5 potential Batman actors that we find questionable, and we give our opinions on them. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. If you do enjoy it, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with your friends if you think they would like it. We will move on to the questionable ones.
And starting off with the newest, for some reason, highly recommended edition is
Robert Pattinson. So, to me, you look at Batman, he's dark and brooding. I mean, this is the Batman who laughs, but you still see he's dark, and the point of him is to be dark and scary. He's not supposed to sparkle in the sunlight. Batman only goes out at night because he represents a bat, not because he's going to sparkle in the daylight. So to try to be fair.
Again, like I said with Armie Hammer, he looks like the daddy's going to get you part.
Yeah. So to be fair, we are actually going to discuss notable roles.
One?
Which one was that? I only know of Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and Edward in Twilight.
That's about it.
So none of those I can find that actually represents the character of Batman or Bruce Wayne at all.
For being a brooding vampire, he wasn't exactly brooding. He just seemed depressed.
Physical attributes.
He's 6'1", 165 pounds, which is not too much shorter, but a lot thinner.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like, do you want somebody big and scary fighting crime, or do you want somebody
skinny?
I mean, you want somebody to play Elongated Man or Plastic Man in a live action film. I can see that.
That would work.
I can't see him as Bruce.
Nope.
I can't see him as Batman.
No.
So we didn't go with the eye color and hair color, but blue eyes, light brown hair. So it's a negatory for Batman and Bruce Wayne for us. But
no way. Next up, for some reason, Charlie Hunnam. Jax Teller is the only one that would fit in Green Arrow's shoes perfectly.
I completely agree. I don't think that he would be a good fit for Batman.
No.
We'll get to that. But one of the big things is, why would you have Charlie Hunnam as an option for Batman when you could have him? Well, I saw this one meme on Facebook or something where you have Charlie Hunnam completely shaved. He'd be perfect as Barry Allen. You give Charlie Hunnam a goatee, he could be perfect as Ollie or Green Arrow. You make him grow out a beard and grow out his hair, and he could be Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I love Jason Momoa Aquaman, but if you wanted to reboot it, that would be a good choice. Sure. Yeah. But in all honesty, I think everybody's favorite would be to get him to play Green Arrow.
Yeah, it would work.
So, physical, well, let's go with the notable roles. I put Sons of Anarchy, his fighting, he's scrappy. I don't really picture.
That doesn't fit into Batman.
Yeah, Batman's a master of, I forget how many martial arts, but a crap ton of martial arts. You'd think I'd look this up because this is the second video in which we discussed how many martial arts he's mastered, and yet I still don't know.
Batman's knows all martial arts.
How many martial arts are there?
Every single martial art in the world.
Oh.
Is what it said, according to the comic.
Yes.
I can look it up. You're alone.
And Pacific Rim, that's...
There wasn't really much to that.
There wasn't much to that. I haven't seen him in much. I would say probably that one where he's King Arthur or a descendant of or whatever. That would probably be a good one to reference, but I haven't seen that yet.
He just seems more of a scrappy fighter and everything that he does.
Yeah, a technical.
Yeah. Except when he fights in a robot, it's a bit different.
Yeah. Physical attributes.
He's a 6'1" at 194 pounds, which is close.
Yeah, that's not bad, and he could definitely bulk up. Eye color, hazel. Hair color, blonde. So in all of the physical attributes, he does not stack up to Bruce.
He just wouldn't look right with black hair. He'd look strange.
He'd look really strange with black hair. The eyes aren't a big deal. The height, he's close. The weight, he could definitely bulk up. But
I don't know if it's just from watching Sons or not. I just cannot see him being a rich guy. It just seems like he has to be the plucky ghetto kid.
Yeah. That's exactly how I see him too. He's not that he's a bad actor, but I don't think that I can. Every time I see him, I always see him as that role. Yeah. Just like when I watched the Warcraft movie and I saw that is his name, Ragnar Lothbrok, the guy who plays Ragnar in Vikings. I can't see that guy. Oh, okay. I can't see that guy as anybody but Ragnar. But so, Bruce Wayne,
nah,
negatory.
Anybody else? Sure.
Batman,
no.
I don't think he has the facial structure, like the jawline or anything for the cowl or the build. Yeah.
Not in any respect. Next up. Okay.
All right. Let's get this out right now. I'm not racist. Are you racist?
No.
I'm your friend. I'm Mexican.
That's right.
I would assume that you're not racist. So, Idris Elba is also a widely accepted and endorsed actor for the role, but we put him in the questionable. Let's talk about it. Notable roles: Heimdall. He was. I loved him as that. So the reason I put that as a notable role is because it is a comic book based role.
Right.
Another thing is that Heimdall and all the Norse mythology, they're based off of the Norse mythology.
Right.
So Thor, so on and so forth. So to me, they should look like Vikings. And I'm not a historian or anything, but to me, Vikings aren't black. So he took up a role where somebody should probably be white, looking like a Viking, looking like a Dane or Swede or whatever. And to me, he killed it. I love him as Heimdall. Yeah. So, although Batman is white, or Bruce Wayne is white, he could still kill it.
Yeah, if they were going to do a race swap on Batman, I think he would be the one to pick it up.
Yes.
But I also don't see a need to do a race swap on Batman.
Okay. Let's talk about his physical attributes. His height, 6'2".
His weight, 211 pounds. And a half.
So and a half. So he's really close. Like almost spot on. Eye color, dark brown, not blue. Hair color, black. I did an X Factor for this one as well. He's black. So, I mean, a lot of people don't see race. So, I'm just going to go out and say, for those of you who don't know, he's black. For those of you who don't know, Bruce Wayne is white. Now, for me, you think about Bruce Wayne and where his family got his money. His family came here to America and were rich from the get-go.
Right.
How many black people came to America rich?
You can't do that.
They were slaves.
At the time.
Unfortunately, I don't agree with slavery, but that's where they were.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense. So people make the argument, okay, well then nobody said that Bruce Wayne has to be Batman. I don't even want to dignify that with a response. Yeah, people are like, well, all right, well, if you're saying Bruce Wayne can't be black, well, then Batman can just be somebody else. Which Christopher Nolan played with the idea of that, making Robin, detective guy, Batman at the end. He's a symbol. But no, if you're making a comic book movie, you should probably base it off of the comic books, not your own delusions.
Right.
And as we said before, we don't want to make this political, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to make sure that it's not political. The only reason they would make a black guy Bruce Wayne
Is for politics.
Is to push their own political agenda. So I think that is the problem with these big executive studios that are making efforts to push their political agenda. They are trying to cast actors that are of a different race for
already defined characters.
Yeah, that have a race of their own.
Right.
So to me, that would be like people might call us racist. Batman can't be black because I have a problem with black people. No, that's not the case.
No.
If you want a black hero on the big screen, give us a Green Lantern movie. Give us a better Green Lantern movie. We could Idris Elba with his stern
would be Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he could be Jon Stewart. So there's no reason why you would need to cast him as Batman when you can cast him as Black Lightning, Jon Stewart.
Any character that's
John Jones is an alien, he's a Martian, but he in some iterations like the Justice League, the animated Justice League show, he was sometimes portrayed as a black detective, I believe.
Right.
But there are so many different characters he could play, and to me that would be like, all right, well, we're doing this, we're pushing this political agenda. Well, why can't you just make Green Lantern Mexican and female? So why can't you just make...
Right.
Why can't you make Hal Jordan a female Hispanic?
You already got that.
All right, well, why don't you make Jon Stewart an Arab who has to deal with the problems of being an Arab in the United States?
Right.
Why don't you do that? Well, because Jessica Jones and Simon Baz already exist. So if you want to do that, just make a Jessica Jones and Simon Baz Green Lantern movie. There's no reason to mess up these casting decisions when you already have characters. People just try to... I think another thing is people try to be creative, but they can't they can't do it by creating a good plot.
Right.
They just, you know what, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to tweak the origin story of this person. Yeah. I'm gonna tweak just one small thing about this character that has already been established since the beginning of time. Jesus wrote Batman, and you know what? I don't agree with that. I think he needs to be black. No, it's just...
Everyone needs to put their own artistic mark on everything, too.
Yeah, which we said on our problem with DCEU video as well. So if you want that, we'll link it in the description. So we'll move on to the next so we don't spend too much time with that. Ryan Gosling.
Just does not work.
Just as much as we do not want a black Bruce Wayne, we don't want a... What would you consider him? We don't want somebody who plays in The Notebook as...
I think he would work for Bruce Wayne.
You think... Really?
Yeah, but not for Batman at all.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
I think he could pull off the rich man persona, the cocky rich guy, just fine. But not a brooding fighter.
Acting-wise, I think he could do the personality traits, the physical traits.
No, that doesn't work out all either.
He just does not look like Bruce Wayne whatsoever. Now, his physical traits include his blonde hair, blue eyes,
right,
and his weight is 172 pounds, and height is he's 6 foot nothing. So he's a little shorter, and he's a lot skinnier.
He's everybody else on this list.
But if you're looking at the picture that we have up on the screen, to me, he does not look like Bruce Wayne whatsoever.
No, he doesn't look like the comic book version.
So to me, and I think that's the problem, is when people try to portray a character from a screenwrite or from a book, you don't have to worry about looking like that character unless there are specific descriptors in the book that state what that person looks like.
Supposed to look like.
Yeah. So the problem with comic books is that
pictures.
There are two different sides to a comic book. There's the narrative side of the comic books, and there is the visual side of comic books. If you don't like the visual side of comic books, read a damn book.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we as comic book fans read the comic books is so we have that visual stimuli as well. We can't read books without pictures. That's what it comes down to. And if the movie adaptation does not match the pictures that we saw, we're mad. We don't like it.
There's already a visual plot set. Stick to it.
Yeah, exactly. So with Ryan Gosling, he could probably pull off the personality traits.
Yeah,
but
just not the look at all.
As Bruce Wayne, to look like Bruce Wayne, that's a negative for me.
I don't think he's at all scary enough to be Batman.
No.
It's pretty disarming.
His jawline as well, jawline and chin, doesn't seem like he could.
He's got that horse face.
Horse face.
Next up,
Chris Pratt. This is a recent one that came about out of the blue.
I just can't see him as being serious enough to be Batman. Maybe the Justice League version of Batman we just got that was for some reason a joke.
A jokester, yeah.
But
hey, Batman who left. But to me, I think people they find these people that they really like in their roles, and in his roles, he is great. Star-Lord is probably the best one I can think of. Star-Lord is absolutely phenomenal.
Or Andy from Parks and Rec. Doesn't really have any base material to go off of, but he played his part well.
He played his part well. I don't think I could see Bruce Wayne.
No.
The problem being is that people find these stars that they really like, and they're like, wow, why not just give him a big role as Batman?
Yeah.
So
that's just something he couldn't handle.
Yeah. That's like name one really big star that like everybody fangirls over. Edward Cullen.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. You don't put these people in these roles just because you think they're pretty, just because you like them in other movies. They need to be good in the role. Now, he is an actor. He should be able to capture the vibe, but I don't see him actually doing it.
No. I can't speak for him, but I don't think he'd want to.
So, physical stats.
He is 6'2" and 223 pounds, which matches.
Yeah, he's a little heavier, but man, he can get jacked.
Yeah.
But
the face isn't a cowl face.
Yeah,
henceforth, Star-Lord's comes from the bottom up and not the top down.
Yeah, exactly. So you try to put that Batman cowl over his face, and his chin and jaw just do not.
There's too much bulk.
Yeah,
it's rounded.
Not squared. I think that's what I would say is the
he's got a pudge face, not a built face.
Factor. Yeah. It's not chiseled from stone like John Hamm's. Alright everybody, that's going to be it for this video. This is the second video in the series. Next we'll go into the third video, which is going to talk about the category of underdog actors that Tex and I compiled. These actors are ones that we haven't really seen much in regards to playing the role of Batman, but Tex and I are pretty interested to see what they could bring to the role. So if you'd be interested in seeing that, don't forget to check out the third part of this series. Until then, make sure that you subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends if you think they would like it, and hit that notification bell. We plan to send out a video every Sunday, but we might be sending one out every now and again. Like this one was a bit early, it's not on a Sunday. It will depend on releases of new games, new information, or new movies. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll get notified every time we upload a video. So that is going to be it for us today. Thank you again, and have a good day.